What you gonna do? You're welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're welcome. Please, we are going to give others a few minutes and then we start. You know, we are time conscious. Um, we don't have to waste so much time here. So while you're here, you can engage. I mean, just like the live so that. Um, Good evening, Mr. Sampson. Good evening. Um, thank you for that. So, just 5 minutes more, we are going to start, and I hope you're set. And as I said, um, you keep your questions down so that at the end of what we have to do, then I can deal with the questions. When I share my screen, um, if there is, you let me know on WhatsApp, please, if you're seeing the screen, so that it will help us to help me to know what is going on. All right. So at exactly 5 minutes past 8, we are starting. So keep keep liking the live, keep liking it so that it can make meaning to YouTube, and then we'll see how we go from there. Invite others if you know they are supposed to be here and they are not here yet. Invite them. Let's run. How many people are new? If you are new, please type in the comment section. Let me see if you are new. Let me know in the comment section. We have 3 minutes to go. Mm, let me know. Let me know. Okay, it looks like nobody, we don't have new people here today. That's good, but not the best. We need to have more people join the class. And we have 2 minutes. We are 2 minutes away. Um, 1 minute away. All right. I will share my screen now. Please do me a favor. Write me to let me know if you're seeing my screen. So as I share the screen right now. So I believe you're seeing my screen, but if you're not, let me know. Even if you're seeing my screen, please let me know on WhatsApp. And because we are starting, uh, these are the operations we are going to perform today. And this brings us to the end of our Linux administration. As we go on, remember Linux is our tool of choice, the operating system we are going to use. So from the beginning, this is just to familiarize us with the platform, which is Kali Linux. All right. Um, so we are getting started with checking internet status. Checking internet status. How do you check internet status on Kali Linux? How do you do that? It's very simple. When you launch your Kali Linux and you're connected to the internet, for you to know that you have internet on that machine, the command to run is the ping command. This is the command, the ping command. Now, this ping command will send just a packet to Google. It can be any domain, mind you. It can be any domain, facebook.com, youtube.com, whichever you want to, um, you know, whichever domain you are interested in or the domain of your choice. And then this C flag means count. How many times do you want the ping operation to send packets to this domain? In our case, we are saying that 2 times. It should send packets to this domain 2 times and then hit enter. This response here shows that we have internet connection on this our Kali Linux machine. So it will tell you that it will tell you that there is a connection and a communication between you, your machine, and the domain you specified. So when you look at this area, it shows that two packets were received, two packets transmitted, and two packets received, and no packet was lost. So if you are there right now, you can also run this command. But let's, in an event where you don't have, if you don't have internet connection, it will tell you failure, temporary failure in name resolution. It will say temporary failure in name resolution. And when that happens, what do you do? The first thing you can do is to come up here. This is your network icon. Come up to this network icon and click on it, and click on wired connection. Click on wired connection. When you click on it, this will reconnect with your network, and then when you run the ping operation again, it will give you the same result, showing that you have internet connection. So when you have that error, temporary failure in name resolution, don't forget to come to this icon, your network icon, and click wired connection. That is how to reconnect it to connect it to your network. So that being said, the next operation we are going to look at is how to install applications on Kali Linux. There are actually 3 ways you can install applications, but 2 of the most common are installing it from GitHub, also installing using the apt-get command. Using the apt-get command. What this means is that, first of all, we are going to demonstrate using the apt-get command. And in this case, before now, we have used apt-get command before. We have used the apt-get command before by using it to update and upgrade our machine. But in this case now, we are going to use this apt-get and install an application. The application we are going to install is called Tor, because we will need this Tor when we get to our anonymity class. So how do we install applications using the apt-get command? It is just simple. The command is apt. You can use apt or apt-get. And okay, let's use apt-get, and then the install command. And then what is the name of the application you want to install? In this case, we want to install Tor. And remember that we always supply our Y option so that it can run through without asking for our permission to either continue. So if we use this, now this apt command will install Tor as an application for us. So we hit enter to run. And this is what that Tor is already installed. Because I have already installed my own Tor, the newest version. Okay, but in your own case, this is the command you are going to run to install Tor on your machine. I hope you people are seeing my screen. Please let me know if you're not seeing my screen. It's very important. All right. So that is how you install application. Any application you're installing using the apt-get, the command is just simple. Type apt-get and then install, and the name of the application you want to install. And don't forget to always supply the Y flag, which helps you to just run through. Next, we are looking at is, let's look at how to install application from GitHub now. To install applications from GitHub, we use our web browser to do this exercise. We use the web browser for this exercise. Now, we are going to launch our browser, Firefox, that comes with Kali Linux. Okay? So, when our browser launches, now we follow the application we are going to install is called Knipe, which we will also use it in our anonymity class. Okay. So, to install any application from GitHub on our browser, we are going to type the name of the application. In this case, the application we are going to install is called Knipe. Knipe. So we type the application name Knipe, and then we add the command. We add the keyword GitHub, GitHub, and hit enter. This keyword we added means we only want let me advance, accept risk and continue. This error, permit me, it should go through now. It's taking too long. Let me open another one and GitHub, no, Knipe, GitHub. I need to turn off this proxy. Sorry guys, I needed to disable something. Okay. Let me take a second away. Sorry, um, there is a conflict with my search because I had proxy running before now. Okay, all right. So the search is going through now. The search is going through now. Okay, so this has given us what we are looking for. Come on. Knipe and GitHub. Come on. Knipe GitHub. Okay, so now when you search for the application you're looking for, don't forget to add the keyword GitHub to it. And then you can select the one of your choice. In this case, what we are looking for, this is the right repository we are looking for. So we're going to open this very first result. When it opens, it's going to look like this. GitHub always look this way. This is what it looks like. GitHub will have the summary of what that application is all about. In this case, it says that it gives us the summary of what this tool is all about. It gives us how to install, how to download and install it. So from here in the download and install section or segment, we are going to copy this command. Copy this command. Copy it, go to your terminal, and here, let's clear the screen. Clear the screen. And then we can create a directory here. Let's create a directory, make dir, and let's call it apps, and hit enter. If we list this place now, it shows that the so we have the apps as a directory created. The next we are going to do is to navigate into this directory, apps. Open the apps. When this apps directory opens, we are now going to paste the link we copied. The link we copied from here. So paste and hit enter. Now, this shows that the application has been cloned to this directory. And it says that when you paste the link and it clones, it should cd, navigate into the directory. And so it has navigated. If we list this current directory now, we are seeing a lot of files here. The next thing you will do while installing from Linux is to go back to the repository, and it will tell you how to install. Now, the next step is to run this command. Run this command, copy it, go back to your terminal and paste it, and then hit enter. This will also install other dependencies that will enable the application to run. So when you are installing from GitHub, don't always forget to look at the installation steps. Don't forget to look at the installation steps, because that is where you will get all the steps in order to install that application from GitHub effectively. So these are the steps. Thereafter, it tells us what to do and even how to use this application. So right now, we have been able to install this application. So if we look at what I have, it says that it has installed my own dependencies. But when you are going to install yours, it will take you some time. It will ask you that cpan is missing, that you should install it again. It will ask you to install some things. But at the end of the day, the point we are making is this is how you install applications from GitHub. So by the time I come here and I run this other one, run this last command, our application should be completely installed. Copy this, come here and run it. This will install our application, and we should to use that application. I have already installed it, and that is why it says newly installed. So that is how to install applications using GitHub and the apt-get command. Why am I sweating like this, man? Um, what is going on up here? Mm, yes, I will upload the video. It's hot in here. Okay, so let me continue. Let me continue, but give me 1 second. Let me share the screen, and then we will continue from how to search for files on Kali Linux. Okay, but while that is going on, let me open here so that Apologies, guys. Apologies. I don't know. It's pretty hot in here. So, yeah, the next thing we are going to do is how to search for files on Kali Linux. Before you search for any files on Kali Linux, you must first of all do one thing. And that one thing is to update your database. Update your database. To update database, the command is just simple update db. This will help to update whatever file you have created or whatever directories you have created. All right, so update db. This will run in the background before you can be able to really make searches, before you can search for anything on Kali Linux. So when you create files, don't forget to run the update db command first before you look for that file. So while the update db is running, what I want to search for should be on my desktop. So I will open a new terminal, and when the terminal launches, now the terminal is launching, let me list here and see if we can find a file or any file. Let's say we are looking for this file, Google Chrome. Okay, if I want to look for this file, the command I will run is to locate Google. This should even be enough for me. Okay, locate Google. Now, you see where my files or directories are located. This Kali Linux operation, Linux administration, that is what we are doing. And that's why I am showing you all of this. So, another file we can search, it looks like we have a lot of files here. We can look for this file, rocku. Rocku. You see, now this shows us that I have rocku on my desktop. That is how you search for files on Kali using the keyword locate. The next exercise, change the mode, which is the permission of a file, a folder. And you can use that on when installing an application. That is what changing the mode of a file means on Kali Linux. So to change the mode of a file on Kali Linux, the command is, now what we are going to change the mode is, we are going to change the mode of this rocku.txt. But before we do that, we will navigate to our desktop. We will list what we have on the desktop. This shows that we have rocku.txt. Now take a look at the color. The color of this file is, of course, green, and the font weight is light, is thin. So if I do change mode and I put the plus, and I put +X permission on that file, I can now list, I can say, okay, desktop. Let me copy this directory, copy, and paste. When I run this command and desktop again, you see that this raw queue has changed to executable. I have added the. So with this, I can run this as an executable file. And you see that the permission has changed from what it is here to what it is here now. To view that permission, this is the command to run ls all on our desktop. And you see now that this file here has the executable permission on it. I can as well take that permission away. I can as well take that permission mode minus X, and then I can paste this command again. Hit enter. If I list all again, desktop, now that I'm taking that permission away, you see this file does not have the X, which is the executable permission, as it had up here. As it had up here. So that is mode of an application as a file can be able to execute it as an application. So that is what that means. The next operation is how to show hidden files and directories. What this operation, there are some applications, there are some files that are hidden on Kali Linux by, and we need that. We need those files as we go on. We are going to demonstrate. So to view hidden files, under this root, if we type if we want to know our current working directory, it tells us that we are working as root. And if we list this content, this directory, it shows us here there are many exist under this directory that we cannot see. And for us to see those other files and folders, the command for us to run is the command. The command is ls-a. And you see, it has given us all these directories here and files, especially those that have dot before them. Everything we are seeing here is the same thing that exists here. But because we run this command, we are able to see these other hidden directories and even files. For example, this is a file. So with that command, we can be able to view hidden files and folders. The next operation we are going to look at is how to stop a service, start and even restart a service, plus checking the status of a service. To demonstrate this, let me clear the screen. Clear the screen. To demonstrate how to start a service, how to stop, restart, and even check the status of a service, we must know that a service is running on Kali Linux. By default, Kali Linux comes with PHP or the Apache service running. So if we want to know if Apache is running on our Kali Linux, how do we even first of all verify that? So we are going to start by checking the status of Apache on our Kali Linux machine. And the command to verify, and the command to know the status is service. And then the application that you want, in this case, is Apache. I think Apache 2. And what operation do we want to perform? We want to know the status of Apache 2 server running on our Kali Linux. So if we hit enter, it should show us the status of Apache. In this case, it shows that Apache is active and running. And it even shows other information. Example, when I started the application, the service. So that is how you know the status of an application, the status of a service running on Kali Linux. Now, Control C to terminate or to close out. Next is how do we know, how do we stop it? Now that it's running, how do I stop that service? To stop the service is just simple. Still run the same command. In this case, you are saying stop Apache 2 service and hit enter. So now this will report back that we have stopped the service. After this stopping, now that we have stopped it, let's verify by checking the status again to see if it's still going to be active. In this case, if you row, it shows that it is inactive. When? Since, of course, today. That is how you. Now that we have stopped the Control C to close it, now that we have stopped this service, how do we start? To start it is just to go back and say start. And that you want. We have started it again. So let's run the start. What it looks like. It shows that it is active again. Kali Linux, server is active through, by running this command, we were able to start it. By running this other command is to know the status. And by running this command, we were able to. So that is how you stop services, how you start services. And so from here, exhausted what we have for today. And this ends our Kali Linux operation, our Kali Linux, our Linux administration training. So the next thing we are going to do now is to dive deeper into the how do you know where you have to use all these commands or operations that we have learned. So I will stop sharing the screen so I can upload the video. Okay, so that I can answer your questions, and then we call it a wrap because we have already exhausted our Kali Linux administration classes. So, see me sweating. All right, you let me know if you have any questions. This one is saying how to change from root to normal user in Kali. If you want to change, it's just for you to go there, log out, to change from a root user to a normal user on Kali. You can just click here and it will give you this screen. Then you click on switch user and switch and log in with your regular or your normal account. Or you can just, let me close this out, clear the screen. Or you can just switch from here, switch to, if this is a normal user, you can switch this way and it will switch if you know your username. Now it has switched from root to this user. That is how you switch it from your terminal while you are still in the root environment. But, oh, am I sharing the screen at all? Okay, let me share the screen one more time before I was talking to myself. So let me exit this before I say what I wanted to. Okay, clear the screen. If you want to change from the root, which is this root, to your regular or normal account, what you can do it in two ways. One way is to click on this icon and switch user here and log in with your normal user credentials. Or from your terminal here, you can now run the switch user command and it will switch you to the normal account or any other account that you have. This is my own. But when you do it this way, you are still in the root environment. So the best way to work in the normal user environment is to click here and switch user so you can log into its own environment where everything belongs to the normal user. So that is that about. Anybody has any further questions, please ask so that, and if no further questions, then I'll leave you for so you can meet up because let me leave it for a few seconds or a few minutes. So keep asking your questions. When I come back, I'll address the questions and then we close for today. Share the screen again so I can put this up and okay, this is better. Um, Nobody has any questions, right? So, um, as you go through this material or video again, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me on WhatsApp, and I'll be there to, attend to your questions. So, um, by next week, we will be continuing with information gathering, and we will start the um, the cybersecurity and all of those proper. But this is the end of the Linux administration class. So I my WhatsApp is open. You can always ask me any questions, and I'll see you in our next class. Bye bye.